Welcome, everyone. I'm Kimberly Boschman, and this is the Intentionally Intuitive Podcast. In this episode, we're going to take a look at the forecast for each life path number for the month of May 2025. Before we get into the forecast, this is a general reading, so if you would like your own personal numerology reading, where we take a look at your own personal numerology, please book some time with me. My information is in the description box below. I would love to work with you. All right, let's go ahead and take a look to see what May holds in store. Life path number 2, you are working with some really intense energy for the month of May, but it's beautiful energy. You're going to be working with a vibration of the 16-7. And so when this cycle comes through, it has the potential to shine a light on or bring to light your creative talents. You can spark your imagination. It can connect you with greater ideas that seem to come in as if by magic, that seem to be coming to you from, you can't even describe where they're coming from. So you could get a lot of like downloads, intuitive hits, again, inspiration or ideas creatively that's pushing you to go down that rabbit hole, be curious and to explore and to, play around in that environment a little bit. In other words, let your imagination soar this month. And I would say always, but this month especially, if an idea or an inspiration comes in for you this month, don't be too quick to dismiss it because you don't have time or it's, etc. Just make the time and dabble in it, explore it, play in that opportunity and see what it presents. This can bring in a lot of potential for bright prospects that can arise really suddenly, like just out of the blue. That's what I mean. Like you might just be walking down the street and get like this intuitive hit, like, I don't know, I want to open a candy shop or something, right? And, that I'm not saying throw the baby out with the bathwater and just immediately be impulsive and go after that dream. But start to explore it. Be curious. What's calling you there? What sparks the interest? Why, just explore that, because what can happen this month is you can really tap into, if you're open to it, some of your own unique gifts, especially creatively. And it doesn't necessarily mean that you have to do something with them, but you should explore them and be curious and potentially find an outlet for them, because that's going to bring a lot more fulfillment into your life. It can be really, really beautiful. This energy has the potential to open you up to things that can be somewhat lucrative and that can lead to possible fame and fortune and those sort of things, whatever that means for you, and success and material rewards. But there's this key element with the 16-7 that says you can have all these things, especially if it's tied to your own unique gifts and how you creatively express yourself, your creative contribution. But don't get overly obsessive. Like, don't become overly obsessive. Don't become manipulative. Don't try to own the outcome, so to speak. So in other words, this is really pushing you to be more playful, to, again, really be curious and explore your own creative talents. And you might not know what those are yet, but this 16-7 cycle is really beautiful for bringing those out and for bringing about the opportunities that can help you to, again, try new things, explore different creative outlets and see what sticks, and then go further with it. And, take the pressure off, because you're not going to be, more than likely, the expert right out of the gate. So let's say that you have suddenly an interest in pottery. Take a pottery class, see how that unfolds, see what that leads to, but know that you're not going to be, the greatest potter that ever was, within 2 days. It's likely going to take time to become the expert in that area, to be able to share those gifts in a way that actually feels successful, if that makes sense, right? My point is, just be patient with yourself. This is more the opportunity for the inspirational hit to come in, and then it's what you do with it that's going to make that difference. So take your time and, Connect to those, connect to your higher self here, to those more intuitive gifts, and don't be afraid of exploring them and see where they take you. Now, this energy can be intense because it can definitely bring in some, I don't want to say some challenges, but it can bring about some kind of greater clarity or awakening in some area where we've been obsessed or manipulative, or we've been sort of like hyper-focused on something that isn't serving us, right? And we're investing our energy into this, and we're stuck in our ways, sort of. The 16-7 can come in like a lightning bolt and really look to overthrow any existing conditions, any existing, negative behaviors or addictions or anything like that's just kind of getting in our way. That's we're stuck in, especially in the material sense. So, if there's something where, I can't think of a good example here, but if there's something that you're stuck in, let's say an addiction or something like that, this would be the perfect month for seeking the appropriate help to assist you in moving beyond that addiction. So if you smoke and you want to, quit smoking, this would be the perfect month to start that cessation therapy, whatever that looks like for you. Because health concerns can also come up under the 16-7 to be addressed, to be taken care of. So if something does present this month, or, your awareness is kind of directed at whatever it is, the addiction or a health concern or a situation where it's actually like hurting you or not helping the situation or holding you back type thing, this is the perfect month to seek the therapy, to seek the assistance, to seek the solutions that can help you to move beyond it. The other thing I would say is it is possible with the 16-7 cycle to experience losses or setbacks in some way, especially around business or financial affairs. But wherever that occurs, there's something that wasn't working. There's something that wasn't serving you, and it needs to fall away. Same thing with like relationships. I see a lot of breakups around this during this cycle, or a lot of relationships kind of falling away during these cycles. And though it can be difficult and you need to grieve that process, there's a reason for it falling away. Like there's something there that was not working, and this energy comes in, can be quite abruptly, to help to remove it from the experience so that you can move forward. Same thing with like, an addiction or something like that. It might not feel like it, but it's holding you back in some way. And so the 16-7 kind of comes into clean house to help to uplift, like kind of pick you up and move you forward. But it's going to take work in the process, and you'll be at the helm of that. But it can be great for bringing in that greater awareness and helping us to clearly see where it is that we need to take some action and make some modifications and make some changes. Can be a very spiritual time. A lot of times, a lot of like spiritual awakenings or dark night of the soul can happen under a 16-7 cycle. But it's helping us to get to the core of who we are and what we want and what's best for us and how we can start to move in that direction. So very, very powerful. Get the support where you need it. That 6 energy in the 16 brings in the support. So again, beautiful time for healing, a numerology reading, a therapist, something like that, right? Very powerful energy. Now, I pulled an animal wisdom message for you all, and you got Raven energy. And I love that because like Raven, just reminds me of 16-7 energy. It's that going deeper. It's that sense of magic. It's that sense of spirituality. It's going deeper into the depths of our own soul to connect with that higher self, to connect with the side of ourselves that knows what's best for us and knows the direction we want to be moving in and can help us to move in that direction. So there's a really strong spiritual component here for you all this month. And it can feel like a really deep spiritual dive this month, where you really are going through a stage of greater self-discovery. And through that process can figure out, again, what is best for you in this moment. And that might mean moving away from some relationships or addictions or something like that. But that's going to help to serve you in the long run. And it's going to be for the higher good of all involved. So really beautiful energy there. Pay attention to your intuition and those deeper intuitive hits, because that will be your guidepost this month. Try to drown out the external noise that's telling you what you need. Come back to you, come back home, and figure out what it is that you truly want and need in this moment, and then start to take the steps to help you to get there. Powerful month for you all, twos. I hope it's a great one. Take care. Bye for now.